Good day, students! How are you today? I hope you are doing good. Welcome to another day of learning opportunity. I am Teacher Rosalie T. Lugo Tagabi. And before that, let us look first the objectives. So the objectives are at the end of the lessons, the students will be able to identify the importance of steps in organizing and presenting data, organize and present the data using histogram, and relate the importance of histogram in vaccination program of the government. So before we start our discussions, we first have a Zumba. I have prepared here a video so that we can easily follow the steps. Let's start.
It's getting big.
Ooh, don't we look good together? There's a reason why they watch all night long. Ooh, yeah, I know we'll turn heads forever. So tonight I'm gonna show you off.
Well done, students! How are you feeling today? That's great! First, we have a review. I prepared 4 questions and I will call a name to answer the questions. First questions, what is group data? Yes, Jane. Okay, very good. Number 2, what is frequency? Yes, Harold. Very good. Number 3, what is ungroup data? Yes, Shane. Very good, thank you. Number 4, how to relate ungroup data using frequency table? Yes, James. Very good. So since you already understand our previous topic, let us proceed. This time, I will give you an activity, but before that, you group yourself first by 3. We're going to call this activity Complete Me. There are 3 incomplete words here. What we're going to do is complete the words. Number 1, group 1, number 2, group 2, and number 3, group 3. Okay, go to your respective group in the count of 10. I will give you 1 minute to do the activity. Your time starts now.
purchase your tracks today.
Time's up! Well done, students. Let's give yourselves a round of applause. Okay, so this time we're going to read the first word. The first word is organizing. Very good. The second word is, okay, presenting. The third word is, okay, very good, histogram. Okay, students, do you have any clue what was our topic for today? Very good. Our topic for today is organizing and presenting data using histogram. This time, I have prepared a video presentations. What you're going to do is to listen and observe, because after the video, I will give you a histogram and you will answer the following activity. Okay?
Welcome to My Secret Math Tutor. In this example, we are going to make a histogram. Now, you may have heard of these before, or maybe even seen them and said, hey, wait a minute, that thing looks like a bar graph. Well, histograms are a bar graph, but they're a very special type. They give us quantitative information. So they give us a lot about the distribution of the data and tell us basically how many are in each category. So for this example, I have a collection of different numbers, and we're going to create a histogram for this data. Now, one thing that you want to identify is the values that should go along the bottom and the values that should go along the side. Along the bottom, we put the values of our variables. So what things are we talking about? It looks like we're talking about some 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s, all that good stuff. So I will put that along the bottom. Perfect. Okay? Now, along the vertical bar, this is where we put our frequency. In other words, how many of these things do we have? Well, looking at all my data, looks like the smallest number of things is like maybe only one of them. And the maximum number of things I have is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, 5 eighths. Okay? So I want to make sure that my scale over here has enough to handle at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things. There we go. So again, this represents frequency, and this represents the values of our variables. Okay, so let's start off. How many 7s do we have? Looks like we have 1, 2, 3. So in my 7 category, I will create a bar that goes up to 3. Just like that. When I get to my 8 category, I count up how many of them I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I make a bar that goes up to 5. And you can see how this process plays out for all the rest of the numbers. So when I get to the 9s, I only have 1 9. When I get to the 10s, I have 3 of those. To the 11s, oh, I have 2 11s. Looks like 3 12s, and only 1 13. So now we've created the different bars for our histogram, and you can see which variable is the most frequent. It's basically the tallest bar. And there you go. For more videos, please visit mysecretmathtutor.com.
Okay, so this is the bar graph. So the following questions are: number 1, what information does the graph provide the reader? Number 2, how do the two largely populated regions compare? Number 3, approximately by how many millions do they differ? Number 4, which regions comprises Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao? Number 5, add approximate populations of the regions for each group. Number 6, which group has the greatest number of people? Okay? Okay, students, I will give you 5 minutes to answer the questions. Very good. This time, we are going to proceed to the discussions. Let us learn first what is organizing and presenting data. Okay, organizing and presenting data are organized into categories or intervals, usually presented in a table or diagram. Group data refers to tables, diagrams, or other presentations of data where values or sets of values are grouped together into categories or intervals. So what is histogram? A histogram is a type of a bar graph used to display numerical data that has been organized into equal intervals. The bar should touch the adjacent bars but not overlaps. These intervals allow you to see the frequency distribution of data, or how many pieces of data are in each interval. So let us learn also what are the steps in organizing and presenting data. So there are 3 steps in organizing and presenting data. The first step is draw and label a horizontal and vertical axis as shown in include title. Step 2, show the intervals from the frequency table on the horizontal axis and an interval of 2 units on the vertical axis. Step 3, for each cost interval, draw a bar whose height is given by the frequency. So what are the parts of a histogram? The parts of a histogram are the title. The title describes the information included in the histogram. The x-axis are intervals that show the scale of values which the measurement falls under. The y-axis shows the number of times that the values occurred within the interval sets by the x-axis. The last one is the bars. The height of the bar shows the number of times that the values occurred within the interval, while the width of the bar shows the interval that is covered. For a histogram with equal bends, the width should be across all bars. So before moving to the next part, is there any questions and clarifications that you would like to raise about organizing and presenting data using histogram? Okay, if there is none, let's summarize what we have discussed this morning by filling the blanks with appropriate answers. So these are the directions. Fill in the blank to make the statement true. Draw and label. Okay? Okay. Very good. So, this time, there is another activity. We will call this activity Solve Me. So, each group will gather, organize, analyze, present, and make a conclusion from the given histogram. After 5 minutes of doing it, each group will choose 1 to 2 representatives to present their output for 2 minutes. The group will be rated based on the rubrics. So these are the rubrics: collaboration 30%, timeliness 30%, correctness 40%, and the total is 100%. Direction: answer the following questions based on what you observe at the histogram shown below. Okay, I will give you a histogram, and what we're going to do is answer the following questions. Okay, these are the questions. What sets of values is found along the horizontal axis? Okay, along the vertical axis. What was the length of each base represent? Where do you find the greatest number of teachers? What can you say about the profile of teachers in New Visayas National High School? What is your conclusions based on the data gathered? Okay, so this time, I will let you think about your perspective in life and observations about current vaccinations program conducted by the government using 2 to 3 paragraphs. Explain how important to use histogram in these situations. So this time, Analyze the given data and make a histogram. So these are the data. Okay. So what you're going to do is to answer the following. So I will give you an assignment. Read in advance about mean, median, mode, and give the definition of each terms. Okay, what the meaning of mean, the median, and the mode. Okay, that's all for today, class. Goodbye. God bless.